America can always be depended on to do the right thing after exhausting all of the possibilities, and that's exactly what you see playing out in Washington.
I want to get you to weigh in on a couple of other issues since our time is limited. You've been an outspoken proponent, obviously, of gun control for some time. As you watch what's happening in Florida with Trayvon Martin, the developments we've seen, what do you think of this stand your ground law in Florida?
Well, it doesn't make any sense because you don't want people being vigilantes. They don't have the training, they don't have the expertise, there is no oversight. That's the police department's job. And all the statistics show if you, for example, have a gun at home, you're something like 22 times more likely to be killed by a gun. You picture this. Somebody's banging on your door and says, I'm going to come in and kill you. And you say, wait a second, let me find the gun. Where'd I put the ammunition? Where'd I put the key? And this guy's got the gun out and you're trained. You're better off not having a gun.
Do you think this will lead to a national conversation?
You know, hope springs eternal. We've got a conference of 650 mayors from across the country trying to give people the right to own arms, that's protected by the Second Amendment, but not have carry on campus, not have minors carrying guns, not have people with psychiatric problems or criminal records carrying guns. But we saw a disaster in Arizona where a congressperson was shot in the head, and Congress still didn't do something. All they said is, let's make it worse. Let's give more people guns. It just doesn't make any sense. America's the only country in the world, I think, that has more guns than people. America's the only place where there is a murder rate with guns. Other places have criminal problems, other places have murders, but here it's a unique thing. And what Congress did is they protected the gun industry as a separate industry and said if the manufacturers know that guns are going to kill people, you still can't sue them. We don't do that, for example, to the automobile companies. If an automobile company makes a car that they know is going to run off the road every once in a while and kill people, we'd stop them from selling the car and we'd probably put the management in jail. And yet Congress protected the gun manufacturers who know the only reason people are buying armor-piercing bullets is to kill somebody, probably cops. Because I've never seen a deer or an elk wearing a bulletproof vest. So we've got to do something about this, and so far Congress has not had any courage to do it whatsoever.
And are politicians prepared to go to the public and make the argument you're making?
If you work them over enough, they probably will. I mean, it's really the Fourth Estate's job to explain to the public what's going on here and how the public gets Congress to do the right thing, and the president the same thing. In the end, Charlie, I've always believed elected officials generally, not all, but most, care about only three things. One, getting reelected because that's the way they make a living. Two, keeping their party in power because makes it easy to get reelected. And number three, see number one. You have to explain to them, as the NRA does, that if they vote one way, they're going to pay a penalty at the ballot box. The NRA says vote for guns in the hands of everybody or we will keep you from getting reelected. The public has to say, you vote for guns and that are going to kill my kids. We're going to keep you from getting reelected.
Mr. Mayor, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on the broadcast. Come back soon.
I will do it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Forest Service officials in